You are just one podcast away from a $25,000 client saying, I binged 3 interviews and I just knew. From a referral that leads to a paid keynote, from content for a month from just one conversation, from being introduced as an authority without needing to prove it. Most experts I work with never get past the pitch. They've got the results, the genius, and a powerful message, but they end up invisible in a sea of cold emails, ghosted follow ups, and overcomplicated tech. Let's change that. Today, I'm going to show you the exact system that I use with my high ticket clients to get them booked on the top ranking podcasts without pitching from scratch, chasing hosts, or wasting time, and how you can turn every interview into visibility, content, and cash flow. Hi, I'm Julie Baranick, founder of Podvantage. And before I ever shared this with my clients, I built this for myself. When I launched the Seven Figure Builder Show, something shifted. I was having powerful conversations with incredible founders and next level experts. The connections were electric, the content was gold. But I realized something that changed everything. Hosting was powerful, but to tap into the full potential of podcasting, I needed to be on the other side of the mic. If I wanted my message in front of dream clients who were already tuned in and ready to buy, I had to show up on the top podcasts, not just as a guest, but as the go-to voice that they were looking for. And that's where I saw the gap. The brilliant men and women I admired, the seven-figure CEOs, the powerhouse founders, experts with insane track records, were being skipped over. Not because they weren't qualified, but because they didn't have the infrastructure to position themselves powerfully and consistently where it mattered. So I built the system. First for me, then for my VIP clients, and now it's yours. This isn't theory. It's the same high ticket system that my clients pay over $3,000 per month to get booked on top podcasts. And now I've licensed it so that you can run it too. And once I had that system in place, things moved fast. I went from manually managing pitches to getting booked consistently, from chasing visibility to becoming the obvious yes, from content burnout to interviews that filled my calendar with reels, posts, and emails without creating from scratch. And the best part, I wasn't hustling harder. I was just working smarter with the right structure behind me. And now I teach that same framework to the clients who are done waiting to be discovered. Because if you're already the expert, your visibility strategy should reflect that. So let me break it down for you. Here are the 3 biggest shifts that changed everything for me and the experts I work with. Secret number 1, you don't need a PR team to get booked on top podcasts. You don't need a publicist. You need a system that positions you as a yes before ever sending a pitch. We've been sold this idea that landing podcast interviews is all about who you know, or having some PR insider to speed dial. It's not. What you actually need is the right strategy, the right positioning, and the right tools that work without you. One of my clients booked 5 top 10 shows in under a month with no network, no cold DMs, no back and forth. And she did one thing: a speaker page that did the heavy lifting and a follow-up system that ran in the background. And here's what's included inside Podvantage: done for you pitch templates that convert, a speaker page that makes you instantly credible, automated outreach and follow-ups that run without you. You never have to start from scratch again, and you don't waste time chasing. Your time is valuable. Secret number 2, you're 1 interview away from a whole month worth of content completely done. This is the part that no one talks about enough. Being a guest isn't just about visibility, it's about leverage. If you're still creating content from scratch every week, you're working way too hard. My client turned 1 episode into 32 content assets, reels, emails, posts, before the podcast even aired. And she booked 2 clients from just the teaser tips. You don't need more content. You need a smarter way to repurpose the brilliance that you're already sharing. Inside Podvantage, you get AI tools that turn your voice into pre-scheduled content. You get templates and swipe files so your message stays consistent. And you get a system that gives you 30 plus days of content from every single episode. Visibility doesn't have to be more work, it just has to be strategic. Secret number 3, your dream clients are already listening. You just need to show up. You don't need more followers. You need access to the better rooms, the rooms where trust already exists and your voice stands out. The old narrative says you need a massive audience to be taken seriously. That's false. Borrowed authority is one of the fastest ways to build trust and convert high caliber clients. My client almost skipped pitching a show because she thought her audience was too small. That one episode led to a $45,000 client. Here's the truth. Your dream clients are already tuned in. They're binging content, taking notes, getting ready to buy. They just need to hear you. And that's where Podfinder comes in. It pinpoints top-notch shows that align directly with your niche, your message, and your client goals. You show up where your people are already listening and ready to take action. So now you know, your dream clients are already out there listening. You don't need to build the stage. You just need to step onto the right ones. But knowing what to do is only half the equation. What makes this work so beautifully, what keeps it consistent and scalable, is the whole system behind it. Because showing up powerfully shouldn't depend on whether you have the time or energy that week. It should be baked into your business. And that's exactly why I built the Podvantage Guest Engine. This isn't a course, it's not a training. It's a done-for-you system built to get you seen, heard, and hired without cold DMs, tech overwhelm, or where do I start energy. The Podvantage Guest Engine is your plug-and-play visibility engine designed for experts ready to step into your consistent authority. Whether you're building your audience or ready to scale high-ticket offers, this system works for you so you can stay in your zone of genius. And here's what's inside. You get a custom-built speaker page that makes you unignorable and pre-sells your authority. You get pitch templates written to convert, so you're not getting ghosted anymore. You get automated outreach with follow-ups, so no chasing required. You get super smart targeting through our AI-driven pod finder and visibility tracker. And you get repurposing tools that turn every interview into a full month of content. And full access to your red hot lead machine, which is your CRM, your scheduler, and content workflows all in one. And my favorite, you get real humans. Yes, real people on standby to support you 24/7. And the best part, you get everything for just $350 per month. No contracts, no setup fee, and cancel anytime. This is infrastructure, not information. It runs in the background so your brand shows up powerfully in the foreground. No fluff, no filler, just the exact tools and systems you need to become the go-to voice in your niche. So now you've seen everything that's inside, every tool, template, and system designed to get you booked, seen, and hired. But let's bring it back to what really matters. What does this actually look like for you? What happens when you plug this into your business? Let's talk about real world results, both the baseline and the breakthrough. Let's be real. Worst case, you get booked on 4 high quality shows a month. You build real audience trust, fill your content calendar with 0 extra work, and position your brand as the go-to in your space, all without chasing, guessing, or burning out. Best case, 1 interview brings in a $25,000 client. A host invites you to keynote their next event. You land a $100,000 referral chain from a podcast you barely remember recording because your system kept working while you focused on delivering value. Either way, you win because this isn't about hype. It's about building visibility that actually converts. Because whether you land your next client or your next 100, here's what I know for sure. When you have the right system behind you, showing up as the authority stops being a hustle and starts being inevitable. So the only real question is, are you ready to be found? This isn't about doing more. It's about doing what works. Showing up in the right rooms with the right message on the right platforms. You already have the expertise. That's why you're here. You already have the voice. Now you have the machine to back it up. Let's get you booked. If you're ready to stop pitching from scratch, start showing up where it counts, and finally turn your voice into consistent visibility and revenue, then this is your next move. Click below to activate your guest engine and get instant access to the system built to scale your voice, your visibility, and your results. I can't wait to see you inside.